Hey guys, are y'all ready to finish our cosmetic bag? Hopefully so. I had all kinds of technical difficulties. I believe I have it fixed now. I put a new needle. I put fixed the hole in mine. I put new bobbin, new thread, new footer. I should be good to go. Now, hopefully we won't run into any more technical, but we still may. Okay, because I've got a lot of fabric on here. Okay, so here we go. So first off, you should have ironed yours by now. You should have yours like flattened out. I did not iron mine. I'm looking on here and I've got, yeah. I've seen another spot that's got a hole, guys. Hold on. I'm going to fix that. You should have ironed yours by now. I haven't ironed mine because I want to just kind of see what this seam is going to do. I'm having problems with my seam. I don't know if it's the zipper the way I put it on. Now, keep in mind, I am using an old zipper, but still, well, I say old, it's never been used. But um, I'm going to real quickly tack this together because I've still got a hole. Don't know how, because I have sewed the heck out of this. And I've got one little area. It may or may not work, guys, so hang on. Okay. Okay, that may work. I think I got it, guys. Gosh, I've had such problems with this one. The peacock bag, when I made it, it was so easy. Like, I was like, wow, I really got this now. Was I kidding or what? I must have been kidding myself. Okay. So by now, let me try again. You would have ironed yours. It's going to look a lot better than mine. Okay. But I'm not ironing right this second. I'm going to iron in a little bit. But right now, we want to go ahead and open it up. You're going to have both front sides like this, both liner sides like this, your zipper in the middle. You want to open your zipper. I'm opening mine almost all the way up. Very important, you must, or you're not going to be able to turn your bag inside out. Even though you'll have a hole in your liner, you won't be able to turn it all the way out. So go ahead and open your zipper up, okay? Then what I want you to do is take both fronts, match them together, okay? And both liners and match them together. See, like that, okay? So we've got the liners matched together and we've got the fronts matched together. So what you're going to do is under here, you're going to see your little zipper flap. You're going to turn it to where it is flat, laying flat towards the liner. Okay, towards the liner. And you're going to, and I'm going to move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm going to lay it here. So, and yours probably looks a lot neater. Mine is going to, I'm going to be trimming away a lot of excess. Okay. I'm just dropping this on the floor because I'll sweep later. I always sweep at the end. So right here, your little tab should be laying that way towards your liner. Flatten them out. You can iron it at this point if you want. I'm not doing that because I'm going to make my bag much smaller than yours. Like mine's going to be cut down. I've got extra fabric about this much, so I'll be cutting mine down. Okay, so we've laid it flat. Presume that you've ironed it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is try to line up our liner edges together. like so, and put a little pin at the bottom. Okay. Line up your, again, I'm going to have extra, so just don't pay attention to that. My bag is going to be smaller. Line up your other side and pin it, okay? Now comes the part where we want to cut our squares. Okay, so I'm going to get my tailor's chalk and my ruler. Okay. And what I'm going to do, start with the liner. I'm going to do 1.5 inches. Mark it there, mark it there. And I'm making a little square down in the corner. Same over here. 1.5 inches. Okay. Little square. Other side as well. This one I'm going to take it from, because mine is too long here. Just ignore this bit. But right here, I'm going to, let's see. Actually, I can go ahead and cut that before I do my squares. Let me do that so it's flush. Because it's just not. Maybe, guys, hold on. Yeah, I have extra. I'm just trying to make sure I don't cut off too much. That's what I'm doing right now. Because somehow I've got it. There we go. There we go. I'm not going to cut it right now. We're going to wait and see what happens. We'll cut it when we finish that. Okay, let's go ahead and do the 1.5 corners here. I'm doing it from that top layer. And the 1.5 over here. So all of them should be 1.5, okay? Okay. Now, they're depending on what you cut. I mean, your bag will be smaller or bigger, larger. It doesn't matter. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and cut mine here. Go ahead and cut it. Cut your squares out. I'm not going to take off my excess bulk yet until I see how it lines up. Okay. But I am going to trim it a bit. Just so it doesn't look so excess. So you can kind of see what's going on. Okay. So that's how it should look. That's your corners are cut out. Once your corners are cut out. Let's turn over here and do it to the liner as well. Cut your corners out. Save the scraps for later. You can always use them for another project. I like saving them because you can make a lot out of scraps. Okay. You see where this pin is right here on the liner side. We're not going to stitch this part. We're only going to stitch this corner and this corner because this needs to have a hole here where we can pull through the zipper and everything else and pull it through. When I first made my bag, that was not explained to me properly and I totally jacked it up, or I didn't interpret it properly. Let's put it that way. Maybe it was explained properly. Didn't interpret it. So you're only going to sew about, I don't know, 2 inches here and 2 inches over here. And then you're going to leave this open, okay, where the pin is. Don't sew this part. You're not sewing the corners either. You're just going to sew all the way across here, all the way across the bottom, all the way across and back up to here, okay? So let's get started doing that right here. We're going to see how quickly we can do this. Here we go, right there. All right. Now, I'm going to start with the felt. I'm going to start with the hard part first. Okay. Yes. So, needle down. Probably shouldn't have this kind of footer on. All the way. Straight line. And then. Perfect. All right. Take it. Cut it. Don't do the corners. Go over to this side and let's do that next. Come on. Cooperate. Here we go. We want about a 1/4 inch again. Inward. Okay. Mine's probably going to be even more than that probably eventually. But anyway. Trying to get it flat. I have to get it started. You're going all the way across, so you need to make it flush here. Your tab should be down. Make sure it's flush here, the liner. It's okay if you're off a bit because we're going to cut the edges off. I've actually got a lot of extra fabric. I don't know how I'm going to work this. All right. Now, remember, we're not sewing across this bottom layer here we're only sewing about an 1.5 to 2 inches in. We want to leave a hole so we can pull everything through at the end. I almost lost my thread again. Okay. Then, stop there. I mean, if you want to stick your hand through a smaller hole, then that's fine. I make it easy on myself. I leave a big hole. I'd rather sew it up at the end than have to try and get my hand through there and pulling everything inside out with all that thick fabric. I just would rather not. Okay, so got to get this right here. Come down and get half, maybe to the end. Okay, right there. Next, up the side of the other side of the liner, all the way up through the top. All the way up to the top. Okay, this is going to be tricky. Let's put it down like this. Right. So I have a different footer on here. Where's my tweezers? And so it has a little edge here. Sometimes the stuff that helps us with other projects is not right for some other project. There it goes. All right. There we go. Go all in. Oops, I'm off a bit. Okay, we're going to make it work. All right, guys, we got it. Now, next step. Next step is going to be the corners. I can take this pin out, but this is wide open. What you should have is everything sewn together except right here, and every corner should be open as well. Okay? All right. So right here, we're going to go ahead and open up the corner on the outside liner. Okay? You want to cut all the excess thread. Now, this is tricky to, as we know from our felt projects, this is tricky to sew through. Okay? We're going to do the best we can because it's super thick. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and cut a little bit of these corners so that it's not so hard to sew it together. And you want to pinch it like that. So you almost got, you almost have like a little triangle. And we're going to sew that together. This is what makes your pointy corners in your bag, your pretty corners. So make sure the ends are together, flatten it out and put it under there and pray for the best. With my machine, it's just pray for the best. It's funny because I blame my machine, but really it's the operator. Exactly. All right, I went by it once. Let's go by it twice. I like to go around it twice. Again, nothing worse than having a hole in the bottom of your bag. You definitely don't want that. There's something showing up on my screen, guys. Hold on. I hate when that happens. Okay, back in. Let's go over it again. Let's make sure it's super good. Bingo. Okay. All right. Let's do the other side. We're going to do all the sides before we trim, okay? Do all the sides before we trim the sides. Let's go to the other side right here. Do the same thing. Repeat. Open it up. Press it down. Okay, I have a lot of excess on this one. That's okay because I'm just going to flatten it out. Because you can always cut your excess. That's what we're going to do last. Here in a little bit, that's what we're going to do. Pinch it real good. A lot of people stop and clip it and do all that. Yes, it probably makes a better product. So if you have time to do that, do that. For purposes of this video, I'm not doing that because I'm just trying to get it done without making 5 hours of video. Okay. It just takes me longer to do, 10 times longer to do something that most people only take a second to do. I don't know why. It's just how I am, guys. Okay, we went by once, let's go by twice. Oh, shite. I'm even cursing in English today. Well, I'm sitting there about to put my foot on the pedal with my dang finger down here by the by the needle. I'll be screaming in about 2.5 seconds. All right. I forgot which corner I was working on. This one. This one. No. Oh, crikey. I forgot which one I was working on. I think this one's only been through once. Okay. Let's do this one again. So, uh-oh. We'll go through both again. That way we know we got it. Because I will say the felt is a little bit trickier. And when we go to trim this, we want to make sure we have several different layers of stitching there. You don't have to do this. I'm just very cautious because we all know. And what in the heck happened there? Things like this happen to me. We all know things like this happen. We all know if it's going to happen, it's going to happen to me on video. Okay. So I hope I get some comments today on what projects you're enjoying and what you've made and how you've done, what frustrated you, what did you do great at. So it's good to know both. Like what was the hardest and what was the best? Like what? That's come on, Ellie. Got it. All right. The next part is going to be easier. However, this is how your corners should look, pointy. We're going to trim those shortly. Right now, we've got to do the same thing to the liner side. Okay. And this is um, not as thick to go through. However, it's so thin that it's hard to get them lined up. So it's a little bit fun. Of course, you want them pointy like the others. Okay. So you're going to pinch them together. Um, Pinch them together till they're at a point. Make sure that you have it lined up because this fabric, and you might want to leave a better seam there because this fabric is really funny, flimsy. Whereas you just had the thick fabric, this is super flimsy. So, wow, good grief. This is like all over the place. I don't even know what to do with that. Let's just fold it down. That'll work. Come on. Here we are. One time. Let's go again. Listen here, Bobbin. Please hold out because I'm almost done. Please, Bobbin. I only have to sew up my liner after this, I hope. We're almost done, guys. Isn't that wonderful? Let's see, a corner right here I'm going to have to get. because when I cut off the excess, certainly don't want the corner coming loose. Okay, do the other side. Same thing. Fold it together, pinch it. Don't worry, we're going to cut all this shenanigans off of here in a minute. Guys, I owe you an apology. I'm sorry my videos are so long because I have technical difficulties. I know that. But hopefully you enjoy them. Because that's really the goal of this, to have fun. You got to and learn and have fun. That's really my goal. I don't make any money off this channel. Wish I did. Wish I did. But I do enjoy it. That's why I wanted to do it. I like to help people. It's like when I had my wig channel for my hair loss and stuff. And from cancer and stuff. I like to help people. It's not that I want to do this to make money. I'm definitely not a tech savvy girl that could be like a social media person. I am just someone who likes making videos and talking to people and helping people. And, that's what I like, and doing hobbies. And I just really like it. One more time for this one. And so I hope you enjoy some of this. I know I don't have the greatest camera. I know I don't have the greatest lighting. And I always have technical difficulties with my sewing machine. I am very rough with it. I admit it. But I hope you're having a good time. Okay. Now comes the time. I'm going to turn it around. Now comes the time. Okay. This is going to be where we want to trim everything in excess. Okay. And all your strings. So let's do that. Starting with the corners, you want to make sure that you're not cutting your seams you just sewed, but you want to clean them up. Okay. That's one. Some may not need a lot of cleaning up. Some may need it. Some may need more than others. If you happen to cut through a seam, guess what? It's okay. You can go back and sew it back up. Remember, you still have your hole here in your liner. If you can see my clothes, there's thread all over my clothes. But aren't we having fun? Somebody's out there thinking that we have a motocross in this neighborhood with their crotch rockets. Okay. So get the corners first. I've been dying to do these. I don't know. There's something so satisfying about cutting these corners. Look at that. How clean. Look how messy. And then voila. Look how clean. Nice. Okay. Now you want to go really look at your sides. You can see the excess on mine, right? So I'm going to get rid of that. I'm going to I'm not going to really cut too much because it's sewn together so well that I don't want to really jack anything up, but I'm going to cut just a little bit right there and right here. So clean up your ends. I'm also going to go down the sides here in a minute. Making sure not to cut any seams. Okay, I'm going down the sides of mine now, being very super careful. And I'm just going to give them a curvature shape. That looks nice. Okay. I'm going to put it over here so you can kind of see. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I forgot to put my camera down. So it's looking better. I've got string everywhere. Some still attached, some's not. Let's get this side. We already got the other side. And we're just rounding it. I'm just rounding it. Making it nice. Looks good. Okay, guys, now for the verdict. Make sure I got all these strings. I've still got lots of strings through here. It's really better if you cut these, while you're doing it. Okay. Let's flip her inside out and then we're going to sew the liner up. Let's see what we got. Hopefully no mistakes on me. Put your hand in through that hole that you still got in that liner. Start pulling backwards, flipping it inside out through the zipper. Okay. Hopefully your zipper's open and you can kind of tousle it about. Look at this. All right. What I do first is I take my hand and put it back through the liner and go down in this part and start pushing out with my fingers. Okay. Push out everywhere on your bag. Oh, look at that. Isn't that clever? Oh, wow. This has come out so cute, guys. Look how cute. Now it's time to sew up our liner. Okay, let me unzip the bag all the way. Let's sew up our little hole in the liner. You're just going to roll both sides under and sew across, okay? So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to move the camera around. I'm just going to do it real quick. And then we are going to be finished with our beautiful masterpiece. I'm excited. Okay. This might be a keeper. Just make sure it's lined up as you're sewing. I don't know. This thing is temperamental today. I think I'll pour it out. Honest to God. I have sewn lots of projects, thick projects today. Okay, so let's pull it out. Make sure your liner's sewn up good. It is. Okay. Your liner should be sewn up good. Stick it back in. Guys, I am thrilled with this. Thrilled. Oh my gosh. Look how cute. Look how cute. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to, at this point, you'll want to iron it. Let me turn this light upward so it's not so bright over here. Okay, so what we want to do at this point is we're going to want to run an iron over it and make it really nice and neat. Get the corners out looking nice. Okay. We're going to check our zipper for any imperfections. Check in here to make sure anything's not sticking out. I had excess fabric that I ended up not cutting off. So that's why mine has all this up here. Yours will probably be this. I mean, it was weird because I had only a 7-inch zipper. So if you see anything loose, go fix it. Now, the other thing we're going to do, we're going to get our fleur-de-lis charm. And I'm going to do that on camera. Thank you very much. And we're going to put our charm on the zipper, and then we're going to go iron it. I mean, we're not ironing it on camera. I'm saying you go iron it, yours, and I'm going to go iron mine. And then we'll come back for a show and tell tonight of all the projects we made. We'll either do a show and tell tonight or tomorrow. I'm not sure. I think we've made a ton of videos today. I hope you enjoyed them, guys. I know it's hard because I have technical difficulties with this. I've said that like 6 times. Sorry, Pete. So, all right. My nail is in there. We're going to try to get this on the zipper. There's a little hook right here. Push it. Push. Now I can get my jewelry tool. So it. Where's it at? Oh. And put the ring on. And I'm just turning it, just turning it like a key ring. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm using my jewelry tool. If you don't have any jewelry tools, get them, guys, even for sewing. These are great for pulling needles through heavy stuff or for putting charms on bags. Look how cute. That is so cute. Now, at this point, I did want to add. Aha, I see what's up with the zipper. This is an old zipper, you can tell, but it's still in good condition. At this point, if you want to add anything else, lace up here or something like that, you really should have done it but say you finished your product like I did, and you said, oh, I want some kind of trim up here. I want something cute up here. You can still do it. Just open up your zipper bag and then go under here and now you won't be able to go all the way across probably, but you'll be able to add something. But for this one, I'm not doing that. I have plenty with stuff added. For this one, I'm leaving her just as she is. And I think she's very cute. You could also hand sew something if you wanted to. You could unzip it, hand sew a pink bow on here, something. A lace bow. You could do whatever you want. They came out great. I hope you enjoyed this project. Here is your quilted inside and out cosmetic bag with Louisiana and a fleur-de-lis. Fleur-de-lis charm. Very cute, guys. I wish you could see the quilting better. I guess it's not showing up very well. Let's see if I turn this upward or around. See if you can see it better. All right, now you can see the quilted lines. Came out really nice, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you enjoyed this project. Look at that little fleur-de-lis. She's cute. Look at her. Isn't she cute? I hope you enjoyed this project. I'm going to go iron my bag. It's so cute. You can make large, small, whatever. This is the more difficult version to me on how to make them. I want to practice. I want to get better. But I wanted to make this video so that you could kind of get the feel for it, for the way they're made, even though we already had this video, a similar video, for the way that they're made and the different ways you could do them, and for the quilting technique. All right, guys, till next time, keep sewing. Hope you enjoyed it. See you next time on Rags and Stitches. Bye.